Hi everyone, this is Migs from Sneaks and Ball PH, and here we have a quick look and unboxing on the Air Jordan 5 Top 3. Before we get into the video on the Air Jordan 5, I just quickly like to announce that we've already surpassed 250 subscribers. And I'd just like to give such a big thank you to everyone who subscribed to the channel, and to everyone who watches, likes, and comments on the videos, and everyone who in general is just super supportive of me doing this thing and, trying to give you all of the best sneaker reviews. So with that being said, I did announce that we had a giveaway for a pair of LeBron 17s, and I actually have them over here. So I used a randomizer on the internet a while ago, and then the winner of this pair of LeBron 17s in the Lakers away colorway is Mr. Paeng Camacho. So Paeng, I will be contacting you for your address and all of those details so I can have them sent over. Then for all of my other subscribers, don't worry if you weren't able to get these, because I will be having a really big giveaway when we reach 1,000 subscribers. So just make sure to stay tuned for that, and with that being said, let's get into the video. The Air Jordan 5 is definitely one of the most iconic Air Jordan sneakers ever, and the Air Jordan 5 is the latest to get the top 3 colorway treatment from Jordan Brand. With the top 3 colorway, Jordan Brand takes the 3 most iconic or most popular colorways of a certain sneaker and mixes them all into one. On the Air Jordan 5 top 3, Jordan Brand decided to use the black metallics, the fire reds, and the grapes. When they did announce that they were releasing a top 3 colorway of the Air Jordan 5, I was actually kind of curious to see how they would pull it off, because the fire reds are white and red, then the black metallics are black with silver, and the grapes are white with purple, so I wasn't really sure how that would all mix into one shoe, but I think they tried to do their best, and we shall see when we unbox it. Then with that out of the way, let's get into the unboxing. So the Air Jordan 5 Top 3 actually uses an OG box, because they do use 3 OG colorways. I don't really make the rules, Jordan Brand does, so they do whatever the hell they want. So on the main part of the box, it is gray with black splatter paint. Then the really large and oversized lid is in black. And then you have a red Jumpman here on the lid. Then you have Nike Air branding here on this side, as well as on the other side. Then on this side as well, you do have your sizing and colorway information. So now let's take a peek at the shoes. So I'm pretty excited to see how they were able to mesh all of those colors together. And let's open this really big lid. Then you have that OG kind of black plastic. Okay then. That is interesting, to say the least. So here you have it, guys. This is the Air Jordan 5 Top 3. So just taking both shoes out of the box, here you have your left shoe, and wait a minute, the laces are dangling out. Fix that. So your left shoe, and then putting this down for a while. And here you have your right shoe. My thoughts on this a little bit later. But closing the lid, and there you go. There you have it. This is the Air Jordan 5 Top 3. So just a few quick tech specs on the Air Jordan 5. You do have a herringbone traction pattern here on the outsole, and it is in clear rubber. You also do have a little bit of solid rubber on the outsole. However, it's pretty much just here on the midfoot and at the topmost edge of the forefoot. Then for the cushion on the Air Jordan 5, you do have a full-length polyurethane midsole, and then you also have an encapsulated air unit here in the forefoot and a visible air unit here in the heel. One nice thing I did notice on this particular Air Jordan 5 is that the cushion does feel a little bit softer. So I'm not sure if they used a softer polyurethane, but it does seem like it is quite softer, especially when I compare it to my fire reds. Then for the materials, the Air Jordan 5 Top 3 uses synthetic nubuck, and it uses it pretty much all throughout the shoe. It's here on the toe as well as the toe overlay. You have it on the midfoot, and then you also have it here in the heel as well as the ankle collar. The nubuck here on the Air Jordan 5 Top 3 is nice, however, it is kind of soft. and it is a little bit on the thinner side, so I'd pretty much prefer having the Air Jordan 5 Fire Red's leather, but that's just me. Then for the other materials, you do have this rubbery plastic net that covers up the mesh underneath. Then you also have that same rubbery plastic here on the tongue. Then here on the top of the tongue, you have this really soft and really puffy like textile material. And this is actually my favorite feature of the Air Jordan 5s. It's just that really puffy and really comfy tongue. And lastly, you also have a little bit of plastic on the shoe. So you have plastic here on the eyelets, and then you also have the plastic lace lock. Then for fit and sizing, I did go true to size with the Air Jordan 5, and I found that it fit me perfectly. I've really been liking that Jordan Brand has been slimming the toe box on the recent Air Jordan Retro releases. And it's not only found here on the Air Jordan 5, but it's also true with the recent Air Jordan 3 and Air Jordan 4 releases. Slimming the toe box doesn't only make it look a lot closer to the original, but it also makes it fit so much better. Then for the aesthetic pieces on the shoe, on the outsole you do have a translucent rubber, and then underneath the translucent part of the forefoot, you do have this sort of teal Jumpman, and this is from the Air Jordan 5 Grape. Then you also have this Nike text that is embossed within this red part of the outsole, and this is from the Air Jordan 5 Fire Red. Then on the midsole, you do have that fighter jet inspired piece, and this is from the black metallic Air Jordan 5s because it is in metallic silver with black splatter paint. Then for the rest of the midsole, it is predominantly fire red. However, you do have black here on the forefoot part of the midsole as well as the heel. Then the upper of the top 3 colorway of the Air Jordan 5 is from the black metallics. You do have that black nubuck all around, and then here on the heel part, you do have that number 23 that is stitched in. This stitched in number 23 is actually from the Air Jordan 5 Fire Reds that were Michael Jordan's player exclusives back in the day. Then at the back of the shoe, you do have that Nike Air branding, and this is because it does use 3 OG colorways. Then here on the tongue, you do have that signature Air Jordan 5 lace lock. And then here on the puffy part of the tongue, you do have that purple, which is from the Air Jordan 5 Grape. You also have teal here on this Jumpman that's stitched into the tongue. And then at the back of the tongue, it also has that same teal color. You also have Nike Air branding here on the insole. And then there's this really nice touch behind the tongue, so I'll just flip it around for you if I can. So here it has the top 3 colorways. So you do have the fire reds, the black metallic, and the grape. Then for the overall aesthetics, I really love the Air Jordan 5s. But in this particular top 3 colorway of the Air Jordan 5s, I'm not really feeling them too much. I might be being a bit harsh, but in my opinion, it just doesn't work well with all 3 of the colorways. Because yes, I really love the fire reds, I really love the black metallics, and I definitely do love the grape Air Jordan 5s. But it just doesn't mesh well with me, and you know, it's kind of imbalanced in my opinion. What I mean by imbalance is, as you can see, the upper is pretty much all from the black metallic Air Jordan 5s. And then you also have black that's here on the heel part of the midsole, as well as here in the front cup sole. Then coming in second would be the fire reds, because you do have that fire red midsole, as well as that 23 here on the heel part. Then lastly, in terms of exposure here on the shoe, you have the grapes. And the only details from the grapes you have are the Jumpman here beneath the translucent outsole, and this tongue that just feels so out of place. I'm not really sure if this is just me, but it just doesn't make coherent sense in my brain for some reason. Like I said at the start of the video, I really wasn't sure how they were gonna mix all 3 of those colorways into a package that looks really awesome, because in my opinion, what happened here was, you know, it kind of fell short for me. Although I'm not really sure how else they could have done it, because like in my opinion, it couldn't have been a top 3. At most, it could have been a top 2, because I feel like the fire reds and grapes could have gone very well, because the fire reds have a lot of white, and white really goes well with the grape color. You also could have just had the black metallics with the fire red, because I think it does give it a really cool look having that black with the red. You can actually pretty easily imagine the look of a fire red with a black metallic Air Jordan 5 colorway by just, you know, covering up the tongue. Like, that looks pretty sick in my opinion. However, if we removed one color, it wouldn't be the top 3, so I'm not really sure. Maybe a little bit more white would have helped out the grape color, but it just looks so out of place. So maybe you can help me out. Leave in the comment section down below how you would have changed this colorway to make it a better looking top 3 colorway of the Air Jordan 5. But don't get me wrong, it's not like it's terrible, like it's okay. I would still wear it, but these are definitely far from my favorite Air Jordan 5 colorways. which is kind of strange because it just simply combines 3 of my favorites, and the outcome wasn't quite what I expected. But even though I don't like the way it was executed, I think there are still a lot of people that love the shoe. So if you're one of those people that love the shoe, please feel free to leave a comment down below. Then for the price, the Air Jordan 5 Top 3 retails for 9,895 pesos or $200 US. Normal Air Jordan Retros retail for around $190 US. So being that this is $200 or $10 more, I think that's kind of excessive. That price difference also seems really massive to me because, like I said, I'm not really a fan of the way they executed the top 3 colorway on this shoe, but it is what it is. I was able to grab my pair over at the Nike sneaker site, and I was one of the lucky ones that was able to grab these at the suggested retail price. It did sell out pretty fast, and I was kind of surprised because I didn't think they looked that nice, but apparently a lot of people love the shoe, so I guess, you know, you love what you love. However, now it is sold out, so the only way you can get a pair is through the resale market. On the resale market, these actually fetch a price of around 11,000 to 13,000 pesos. So it's just a matter of, you know, being able to really search and look for the best buy. So there you have it. That was my quick look and unboxing on the Air Jordan 5 Top 3. If you liked the video, please make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Then if you have any comments, questions, or any suggestions for any future videos, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below as well. Then if you also have any violent reactions to me hating on the shoe, just leave them in the comment section below as well. Then if you haven't already yet, please make sure to subscribe and click that bell icon for notifications. It would help us out a lot. Here's Sneaks and Ball, PH.